Hey peeps, happy Friday. I just got off the slopes like 2 hours ago, so I'm feeling a little self-conscious about my helmet head. So I threw on some red lipstick to balance that all out. So anyway, doing my hair for live videos kind of goes in the bucket. Not something I care that much about. All right, so the fuck it bucket is where we put all the rules, the things that drain us and distract us and keep us from living the life that we want to live by our design. The fuck it bucket is just this great mental exercise to practice over and over and over again when we are faced with the things that drain and distract us, and when we discover that we've been following rules that no longer serve us and certainly don't provide us the life that we wanted to live. So this week, the fuck it bucket item is the weight of comparison. So comparing ourselves to others, my really smart friend Betsy Clark always says, and I think it's a quote from someone else, that comparison is the thief of joy. And so it's, again, basic. These are not like huge, brainstorm ideas. These are just friendly reminders that when you're feeling the weight of comparison, that you can throw it in the fuck it bucket. And the fuck it bucket is chapter 7 in my book, Your Relationship with You, How to Live Life by Your Rules. And this week, I'm going to share with you a little bit of a conversation I had with my friend Christy, who is a therapist. She's a medium. She's just an all-around great gal. You should check out her website and her Facebook page, flylikearaven.com. She does amazing mediumship and all sorts of cool stuff, and she's a therapist as well. So Christy was feeling the weight of comparison, and we were having a text conversation because anyone that knows me knows, don't call me. I hate the phone, but you can text me all you want. She said, yeah, I think what's going on is I need to figure out what's important to me and not what should be important to me, right? Like a should is a classic sign of something that should just be in the bucket. We have to practice the bucket over and over again. Just because you put something in the bucket once doesn't mean it's not going to come back to challenge you. So you kind of just have to always keep your bucket like right there in like your cup holder in your car or whatever, in your back pocket. Always have your bucket with you. And she goes on to say, that comparison piece really hit me hard this morning, and it's hindering me from truly loving myself, right? Like if we're comparing ourselves to someone else in something that just isn't us or for us, or we're following rules that weren't intended for us, we're going to be weighted down by that potentially, right? And it's not necessarily what's important to us, and it keeps us from us. It drains us and distracts us from ourselves and our own rules that we should be writing and following, and they're so much easier to follow when you write them yourself. So anyway, trying to live up to this bullshit standard, I like cussing, I'm fucking done. And so, ta-da, she is putting what should be important to her because that's like the messages she's getting from our culture or other people in her similar fields or wherever she's getting this. I think at one point in this conversation, she referred to having the Instagram life, right? Like these little pieces that are seemingly perfect and great, and no one really has an Instagram or a Facebook feed that's kind of like showing like that I have dust bunnies under my bed the size of a cat, and that I haven't done laundry in so long that I'm kind of like getting stuff from the back of the closet, right? Like none of that's on Facebook. Anyway, she says, it's time for me to celebrate my uniqueness rather than having shame about myself, right? So if we're not having this big healthy boundary, this big healthy bucket to put in this crap, we can end up just sort of eroding the relationship we have with ourselves. So Christy I got my permission from Christy to share her words with you today. So the weight of comparison goes in the bucket. Comparison goes in the bucket over and over and over again every time it rears its ugly little head. So next week we're going to do Hey Denise, which is when I answer your questions. So continue to be emailing me and private messaging me the questions that you want me to answer about sex, relationships, the relationship you have with yourself, the relationship you have with others, the bucket, whatever you want to ask me. And of course, if you're looking for more of this sort of thing, you might be interested in my book that you can find on Amazon, Your Relationship with You, How to Live Life by Your Rules. Okay, happy Friday. Helmet Head is off to happy hour. Love you guys. Bye.